lines.
Free nerve ending.
Free nerve endings, okay, so it's not pointing to one of the ones with the bulb on it, and it's way down here, it's just a free nerve ending, okay? This one, pretty much, yeah. See, they have Pacinians down on the bottom here on this one. The Pacinian corpuscle. And then the Merkles they have on the side, so they have those guys on the side. But the other ones that are just random out here are just free nerve endings. Okay. And then we already did the hair, all the same thing. Dermal papillae. The purple line is your basal layer, or stratum basale. Basal layer. Okay, so that's the purple on the very bottom. We had the spinosum, was the kind of cream colored group there. And we had corneum, and the blue one. Yeah, you can go at granulosum, lucidum. It's kind of hard to tell just which one specifically, but it's not labeled on the thing. But that's going to be all of those.
I think it's on the key that they have for that. It has it as granular.
Does it have it as granular? Okay. It's not. There's not a line or anything for it, so. All right, so we went through those pretty good. Any questions on any of those? All right, nervous system. So we've got the neuron, and then we've got brain and all that. So this is a model of an axon. A neuron. Good, it is a neuron. So one individual neuron. The big pointy things out here.
Dendrites.
Dendrite. The little knobby things.
Synaptic
Synaptic knobs or terminal bulbs, okay? Nucleus, nucleoli, right? Same thing. Rough ER, smooth ER, Golgi. But now we have the big round ball on here, yellow, lysosomes. Then we had the little small one, peroxisomes. You still have lots of mitochondria in there. What were the dots that are in the nestle bodies are the dots out here? Good. And then this little V area is called
Axon hillock.
axon hillock. And what is that important for?
The charge.
Good.
It builds up.
Trigger zone, action potential. And so this part here is going to be what?
Axon.
Axon. What is this guy?
Myelin sheath.
Myelin sheath. What cell is it?
Schwann cell.
Good. And so the outer layer is called a what? Neurolemma.
I know
Anybody
that.
know what the outer part of the blue part of this is actually called? The axon? The axon lemma?
Neuron.
Axon lemma.
Axon.
Neurolemma, the very outer part.
So the outer layer
Are they Schwann?
is
Yeah. Neurolemma, that's the part that's still gotta be there in order for you to regenerate it. So then we have the axon with the axon lemma, just the covering of it. What is this piece as a whole called?
Soma.
Good. Another one. Somebody's got it right here. Only difference on this guy. Thank you. The nissil bodies are in the purpley color or blue color. So it looks a little different, but that's still a nissil body. So your nissil bodies are kind of blue. Your axon hillock is nicely highlighted in red right here for you to see on this guy. And the other thing that's different is you can see the nucleus of the Schwann cells in here. But still, Schwann, the axon, mitochondria. What's the gap called?
Noda Reneva.
Nodes of Renwick. Good. What goes in there? Sodium. Perfect. So that's this one. Any questions on that one? Say, shoot, the foot, whatever. So this is a what? Synaptic knob, terminal button, whatever you want to call it. And it's filled with what? What are these? Vesicles. These are the vesicles that have the neurotransmitter in them. Good. And then we have mitochondria in there. Okay. those guys, you'll have nerve arteries and veins in there. So yeah, this one, that's pretty much this one. The vesicles, full of neurotransmitters, they're gonna drop across and land on what?
The postsynaptic nerve.
Postsynaptic and the plasma membrane with the receptors, right? Good, pretty simple, right? Since I'm standing right here, this one, let's just do this. So, what is the outer layer with the fatty thing in the epidural space? So we have fat and we have blood vessels out here. And we're in the cord, so we actually have room for an epidural space. And what kind of things go into the epidural space, medically? Epidural. Anesthetics, right?
Anesthetics, yeah.
Good. And what is this outer layer called?
Dura.
Dura. Then we have kind of a little gap, but we won't get into. What about the second layer? Arachnoid. And then we have a big space here,
Subarachnoid.
subarachnoid space, and what goes in there?
CSF.
CSF, good. So what kind of things get medically happen with that?
Spinal tap.
Spinal tap. Good. The layer that's attached to the cord? Femur. Is this the front or the back? Back, okay. So what are these guys? Dorsal horns, good. What kind of information goes in there? Perfect. So these guys would be what?
Ganglia.
Dorsal rootlets, good. And this is the
Oh,
root
that's
ganglia.
dorsal root ganglia.
Once it's out here, it's called a what?
Nerves.
Spinal nerve. And the spinal nerve, is it carrying just sensory, just motor, or both?
Both.
Both, so it's called mixed. Which guy is this down here in the front? Ventral root, okay, ventral rootlets. What are these called? Ventral horns. What about this big groove?
Anterior median fissure.
Median fissure, the back. Anybody know the back?
It starts with a C?
Posterior,
Oh, never mind.
median sulcus. You miss anything on that one? The fissure is the big deep groove. What's this a bottom of? Brainstem and diencephalon. Good. So this up here is the thalamus. And then we have your optic nerve. Midbrain. Pons. Medulla. Cord, once it exits the skull, right? So yeah, the medulla is gonna have these kind of, they call them pyramids, so it's kind of cut in the middle. Pons is the big round one. Midbrain is the little gap, like the little area. And this is gonna be your that's part of the diencephalon, the thalamus. Yeah, so you see how everything comes up, goes right through that, pretty much. What is this? Not the blue line, just the big one.
False
False cerebri, good. What is it made of? Dura mater. What about the bottom?
Tentorium cerebelli.
Good, tentorium cerebelli. What is the blue line?
The superior sagittal sinus.
Superior sagittal sinus. And then, what do I have? The groove down here?
False cerebelli.
False cerebelli, good. Oh, this one's, this area? Diencephalon, and the bump area is? Thalamus. Just off of that bump would be the hypothalamus. So the groove that goes towards the front is the hypothalamus, okay? Then, well, it's not on here, but there would be a little bump. Who's got a good brain?
Me?
Alright, you would have the little gland off of here.
The back is the
Penile.
pineal, the front is the pituitary.
The front is the pituitary, oh, you guys got it over there. The back would be the pineal, the big capillary. Okay, so, thalamus, hypothalamus, pituitary, epithalamus, the pink thing along the top. If you follow the epithalamus down to the back is your pineal. Then you have your cerebral aqueduct line right here. Goes down your fourth ventricle. Cerebellum. What is this thing? Superior-sagittal sinus. What happens into that? What gets dumped back into that?
CSF.
CSF. And how does it get dumped back into there?
Those little cauliflower-looking things.
Right, what are they called? Arachnoids. Good. And what are the things that make CSF?
Your vegetables.
In the ventricles, so called porous plexus. We have two ventricles on the sides, and they are?
Lateral.
Lateral. And then we have that one that would be in this vicinity? Third.
And then fourth.
Cerebral. Good.
Yeah,
This
they
is the
want.
front of the brain. What is the very front called?
Frontal.
Prefrontal.
Frontal. And then we have a what? Frontal. And then we have the groove. What's the big groove that goes down? Central sulcus. So the gyrus that's right in front of it is called what?
Central.
And what is it responsible for?
Primary motor.
Primary motor cortex. What about the one on the other side?
Post-central.
Post-central, and it does? Which type of sensory? Somatosensory, so body sensory. And then what lobe is this back here? Parietal.
Occipital.
Occipital, which is primary what? Visual. Huh? Vision, yep. And then down here? Temporal, which does what? Primary auditory. And then the one area that's up here, kind of in the frontal, Broca. Broca does what?
Motor speech.
Motor speech. Wernicke? So I just give you the answer. Wernicke,
Understanding sound.
understanding, planning, response. Good. So that one's back here auditory, but also back in the kind of sensory area, right? So that one helps you with that. And then all the frontal is motor. Prefrontal was like emotion, planning, associated things that go with motor responses. I don't have that one model, but here's that model, we got the brain. This guy was the same thing as what we already saw. Which side's the front, which side's the back? Doesn't have a front.
The front, and then the front is where your hand is.
Good, okay, so the thicker part of the horns are gonna be the front, right? So this one's sitting out. The sharp pointy ones will be the back, the thick wide part will be the front, okay? And then everything else same. Dorsal root, dorsal rootlets, dorsal horns, ventral horns, ventral rootlets, ventral roots, spinal. White matter, gray matter. All that. White matter is what?
Myelinated.
Myelinated axons, right? And the gray matter is what?
Unmyelinated.
Cell bodies, unmyelinated, good. What does saltatory conduction mean?
It's the movement of the sodium through the myelin sheath.
Good, the send things on its way. All right, anything I missed, anything you want me to touch on again?
The actual spine model, like you don't need that.
Well, I don't have it, but the only thing they would ask on that would be like spinal nerves. I think it actually had a little section for a plexus coming off of there.
What about all the organs, like the abdominal region?
I would know your organs in case they tag an organ. You wanna know it in the first quadrant. Yeah, and maybe what cavity it belongs in, but that should be easy. Know the rest of it. 50 questions, 1 minute per station, which we didn't really practice the thing for that, but,
Oh, serious?
yeah, bring your lab coat, bring a Scantron, bring a pencil, bring your lab book completed up through the nervous system, because I'm gonna check it off and give you points, okay? Chapter 13 is up there, make sure you get that done, because I'll be going through and collecting the grades for your first half of stuff when that closes. So you can still do stuff late, and do that. So, real quick, before you guys leave, everybody just stand up, just leave your stuff there for a minute.